And a very good day, everybody. Seamus here. I hope the Friday is treating you all well. Yep, we made it through to Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already. It looks like I've been streaming every day this week, which is really unusual. First off, I just want to thank everybody that's actually been following and subscribing to my channel. Some of you guys and girls out there have been subscribed to my channel for 10 months. I can't believe I started 10 months ago. And I do apologise, I had a huge chunk of time in the middle there where I wasn't streaming, but we all know how things go. Sometimes you just have to sort out other stuff before you can get back to the relaxing things. Nothing major, nothing really dramatic. I just fell off the wagon a wee bit. So, what are we going to do today? I've been in Germany all week, in the train simulator, of course. So today I thought I would change it up a wee bit and do a route in New York. So if you have a look at the screen there, you can see we've got the AEM 7 Amtrak 5. We're on the Northeast Corridor. And I was thinking about doing the evening clocker, which is the one that's highlighted at the top there. You can see I've already completed it. I might actually change my mind there, to be honest, and do this one down here. It says Lucky Northeast Regional. Yeah, 140 minutes. It says late Friday night Northeast direct service from Philadelphia to New York. Today's date is the 13th. Will it be unlucky for you? So who knows? Who knows if they got any surprises here? We did a Halloween one yesterday, and actually the day before, on the Ruhr-Sieg line in Germany, and things were breaking down. So I wonder if they've got any plans for that with this one today. We shall see. So you know what I think I am? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do this Lucky Northeast Regional route, and yeah, let's hope all my controls work. I haven't tested them before I started the stream, so let's just make sure. And I'm using the Rail Driver for anybody that's not familiar with my channel. I'm using the I can't remember the name, PI Engineering, I think it is. Anyway, it's the Railworks driver, train driver. Alright, so I got those all in the middle, so let's start this. Let's get it going. I'll make a little bit of a change, actually. I was enjoying the Ruhr-Sieg line in Germany, but it's very hilly. And I tell you, trying to keep... and my ears just got deafened. Let's already do this. Good evening, engineer. You're driving the Northeast direct service from Philadelphia to New York, stopping at Trenton and Newark Penn. Due to depart 21:34. Let's hope the journey runs smoothly. Yes. Alright, let's jump in the cab. Well, that's good. At least that button works anyway. But yeah, it's I don't know what buttons work in this train. I've only used it a couple of times before, but we'll find out in a wee minute. Quick look at the task list. Depart. Pick up passengers from Philadelphia. I wonder if I'm supposed to open the door. You know what? Let's open the doors here. There we go. Almost left some passengers behind. That would not have been a good start to it, I tell you. That would not have been a good start. I've failed enough of these scenarios that you think I would know by now, but and I don't know how old this one is. I know when I was doing the Ruhr-Sieg line, it was from 2012. This one I don't know. I didn't actually check when it was released, but I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun anyway, like most of them are. Right. Now here's the thing, is it going to give me an announcement to say drive or not? Let's have a... you know what? I think we're good to go. Let's have a quick check that the doors are shut. Yeah, a lot of passengers below the top of the platform there. Never mind. Let's get moving and we'll see how many mistakes I managed to make today. So brakes off, brakes off. Oh, that's the wipers. Lights on. Oh, reverser. I've got the reverser in neutral at the moment. There we go. Yeah. if you if you could ignore all these people that have got their feet below the surface, it is one of the things about Train Simulator 2022, I'm afraid, with the older scenarios. But I'm not worrying. So we're in a 30, and oh, this is miles per hour here. Okay. No, it's not. It's yeah, miles per hour. I've been too used to working in kilometres for the past few days. And I don't know what those signs mean. I should have checked these signs. Please don't tell me that I've run. Now, so if you have a look inside the cab, you've got the two yellows across the two greens on the right hand side. And yeah, I didn't look beforehand, so yeah, this is going to be rather interesting, I think. This is going to be rather interesting. And again, I cannot remember if this has got a combined lever for brakes or not, so we'll find out when next time I try and have to slow down. But after the past few days of driving around in Germany, I'm fairly familiar with the German signalling now, and I just completely forgot to check that today on the American tracks. So is that telling me to stop? Probably is. I'm wondering if this is such a good idea, actually. I have a feeling a failure is imminent here. So those two greens, green is always good. Jay Winnaker says, afternoon bud. Hello mate, how you doing? I decided I would try an American route today, but I'm not so sure that's a good idea without reading what the signs meant. We shall see. We shall see. I'm thinking I've already ran through two reds already, but yeah, and this thing is really slow to get moving as well, so a lot of weight behind me here, I think. Here, that's an old train. I think it's just an old train. It's not doing very... It's not like the ICE that it was... Yeah, on the job training. Absolutely, mate. I wonder if it's got a carriage view. No, it doesn't. So, first thing is arrive at 2204. So we've got about half an hour of driving here, and at this speed I'm not going to be getting anywhere very quickly. So at least it looks like we get up to 60 miles an hour in a wee minute. Yeah, on the job training. Yeah, the trouble is I've got I've got nobody to tell me what I'm doing it wrong at the moment. It is interesting that I spent all that time learning the German ones and didn't even consider that, oh, it could be completely different in America. I mean, go figure. Heaven help me when I get back to the UK routes, I'll probably have the same problem there as well. Man, I hope this train goes a little bit faster. This is really slow. With the power in this thing, I'm not even sure it'll make it up to 60. It's like I need to rewind the engine, I think. It's yeah. I'm just going to pretend that I know what those signals on the right hand side of the cab are, because I've completely forgotten. I know it's got something to do with, if you look at those, it can actually tell what you're doing on the track, but I can't remember. I guess, you know, I could always pull it up on the web page, but for the moment I think I'll just leave it alone. Right, we're in a 60. Let's see if this thing will get up there. Come on. It's getting there. It's definitely not an ICE train, but it's getting there. Oh gosh, there we go, 45. Where's my brakes? Yeah, definitely on the job training. I feel sorry for the passengers at the moment though. Do I have any passengers? That's the question. Oh yeah. Wow. We've got a rather packed train at the moment. Yes. I'm sure they're not too happy. So I think those signals on the right are like, one of them is... In fact, you know what? I'm going to stop now because I've just embarrassed myself trying to guess it. But anyway, I need to get up here. Let's get up to at least 80. I think one of them could be track speed and one of them could be... Yeah, I will stop there. Stop pretending I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we've got 30 miles before we need to stop, so that's good. Yesterday on the German route, it really was start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. At least this way, I should be able to get up a good heady steam. So we're coming into a 75. And like I said, I don't know how good or bad the brakes are on this today, so let's keep her nice and slow for the moment. But at least this one, the inertia seems to keep it going, whereas the ICE and the 101, it just really, as soon as you ease off on the throttle, it's slowed down a lot actually. Alright, I'm certainly hoping I don't... Yeah, Trenton track, okay. So I'm thinking I do have to slow down to a 60, there we go. Yeah, I think on the job training was correct there, mate. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I need to watch those indicators on the right hand side. It's actually telling me what I need to be doing. I'm not quite sure what that whoop sound is though. Alright, so we're doing 60. Okay, so 60 is recommended speed because we're going through a platform, but the track speed is 75 and we've got a 45 coming up with the looks of it, so let's slow down and see what it does. Really not the best way to drive a train, but I'm trying to figure out now how I managed to do the first scenario, but that was a long time ago. Picking up quickly, yeah, I'm not sure I'm correct though, but what's that phrase, sound confident and people believe you? So I'm not too sure. So if I go above 45, I wonder what will happen. Let's try it. So the line speed is 80. At 46. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a yo-yo sort of... Never mind, we've only got an hour and a half of this to go through. Yes. There we go. So I hope the day's treating you well there, JW. It's, let's say, made it through to Friday, mate. I had a quick look outside and it looks like all that frozen rain and snow's all melting, which is a good thing. The only problem is I'm in the basement and I don't have all the walls insulated yet, so it's rather chilly down here. I need to keep putting the fire on. Alright, and we've got a 45 coming up. But when does that kick in? Oh, you're heading into work? Alright, well I hope the roads are safe for you, mate. I hope the roads are safe for you, buddy. So just checking the brakes here, it looks like this does not have engine braking, so it looks like it's locomotive braking and train braking. Yeah, okay. So if nothing else, at least I know where the brakes are. That's always a good one. And there's Viper Strike. How you doing, buddy? So I'm in America at the moment. There's a novelty. It's unusual for me to be driving outside of Germany this week, but we've got a 30 coming up as well. So if nothing else, I need to get below 50. I thought this was going to be an easier route than yesterday. But so far I seem to be speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. Just the same as what I was doing in Germany yesterday, actually. this is a rather long scenario, so I have a feeling this, yet again, it's going to be like hamster in a wheel. And I'm not sure if you caught it, Viper, but I did not check what the signals meant on in America, so I'm actually making this up as I go along at the moment. It's my own fault. I went from the German routes to America and did not figure out that I'd need to actually study the signs and signals and speed limits, so that's my own doing. So Jay Winnicker said roads seem to be very meh. Yeah. Well, the good thing is, mate, you're going to be heading out when most people are going to be heading back. No, in fact, what time is it? I'm sorry. It's noon time, isn't it? So there shouldn't be too many people on the road. I wonder what the horn sounds like. I like that. Let's have a quick look outside while we're dilly-dallying along here. So I do think, yet again, I think they've done a nice job here. I have a feeling this is probably going to be one of the older scenarios and one of the older routes, but I should have checked that again before I started this. I never actually looked, to be honest. I'll look to try and find something American, just to get outside of Germany for a few moments. And this is what I picked up on. But it is, yeah, pretty sparse, yeah. But it does seem to be rather manic again with the speed it up, slow it down. Well, it's actually picking up speed reasonably quickly here. Does struggle a wee bit. But again, this isn't a fast engine by any means. Alrighty, let's hold it at 90. So normally inside cabs there's like a maximum speed written on the ceiling, but I don't see anything here, so we'll just keep it below 90 for the time being, I think. And there's that 45 come up again. So surprisingly, yet again, I wasn't planning on streaming, but it seems to be every time I jump into the train simulator, because I got everything all set up now, and for those of you that stream, you know sometimes how difficult it is getting everything sorted if you've got Stream Deck and music and OBS and all the rest of it, plus the graphics, plus your announcements and alerts and everything else. And I spent a lot of days getting it all sorted out, and I thought, well, why not, let's just keep testing it every day, really. Make sure nothing's broken. And one thing for those of you who've been following me for all of these 10 months, I still can't believe it, you'll know that I started by streaming the bus. And I got that all set up yesterday. It's still in beta. It's probably 14 months old now. And oh, I'm in a 45. I'm going to have a lot of speeding tickets here. But yeah, I started streaming the bus many months ago, and I was going to start today on the bus again, which is now in beta 1.10. But sadly, because it is still in beta, they fix one thing and they break something else, and that's not a criticism. It's just a fact. And some of the buttons that I used to control the lights and the doors and things like that wasn't working. So what I'm probably going to do if I do stream the bus is do it during daytime, because at night when you open the door there's a switch for the driver's light, and you can set it automatic so when the doors open the light comes on, but that's broken. And I set it to key bindings on my keyboard as well as my, what's it called, Logitech heavy machinery controller, and I just could not get the lights to work. So And I spent a couple of hours getting that all sorted out yesterday. But again, not a complaint, just an observation that you know, there are a few things that were broken now that weren't broken before. That's fine. And Fernbus is another one. The only reason that I've not been streaming that one, in fact I've not been streaming at all for many months, but I want to stream Fernbus again. That was rather enjoyable, and also Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator. Those are so relaxing. Honestly, you know, you can turn the light out in my basement here, do a night journey, and I just find that the Truck Simulator is really calming. Right, so we're coming up to 90. Yeah, you know what? These brakes are rather nice. I'm impressed with these. So it looks like you need to plan ahead and release them way before you think. Yeah, I slowed down too much, not to worry. So it's been a rather good week for me actually. We've met a lot of old friends and also made some news. We had quite a few Germans on the stream past few days, which was rather nice. And yesterday it seemed to be the Canadians. Had 3 or 4 Canadians on the stream. So it was a nice way to meet new friends, I think. Yeah, so when you slow down with this train, getting it back up to speed is a bit of a struggle. Let's have another look outside, guys. You gotta love it. If it wasn't for the fact that I don't know what I'm doing with the controls, this would probably be a lot more relaxing as well, actually. Driver's cab, here we go. Right, we're still good for speed. Excellent. So we're still going to keep it at 90. One of these days I will actually jump in and do some of the more modern routes. Because again, I have a feeling this is probably 4 or 5 years old, and to me, I don't know, if you follow me for a while, you'll know to me it's not about having the latest graphics or the latest train. You know, to me it's just about enjoying the sim. We can all find fault with everything, I'm sure. You know, like, look at the graphics in the cab, they're not great, but you know what, am I having fun? Absolutely. And that's all that matters. Alright, let's have a quick look again. Alright, so let's get up to about 100 here. So see, we've got a few more people joining, watching on the stream. Thank you very much. I hope the day is treating you well. And yeah, happy Friday, everybody. So, despite the accent, I actually live in America, and we've had some really cold days over here. And I stream from my basement, and it's like half finished, so half the walls in the basement don't have any insulation on them. So I do tend to freeze quite a wee bit down here. So, not sympathy hunting, just making a statement. It's, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the installation all finished. Alright, let's look at the HUD here. Yeah, I'm way slow. What's my ETA? Wow, considering, if you have a look down at the bottom left there, I'm supposed to get there at 22:04, and it looks like, despite my bad driving, I'm going to get there at 22:03. Well, that's a first. Anyhow, let's get her up to 100 mile an hour here. Come on, you can do it. Get up there. There we go. 100 mile an hour. Gets there eventually. So, I mean, I do have to say that somebody asked me the other day what my favourite train was, and the only thing I can say really is the older classics. You know, some of the older diesels. I don't know. It's just something about them, you know. And the steam engines as well. And Train Simulator 2022 does have steam, but they are complicated to drive. And if you've been listening to me since I started, you realise that I struggle reading the signs. Never mind driving a steam train. And it's only just a lack of familiarity and lack of reading the book manual, actually. But I do admit though that I was caught a little bit unawares here today with the forgetting that I went from Germany for the whole week and I'm now in America. Different signs. In different light settings, so that's my own doing. Alright, let's have a quick check. Wow. Let's get it up to 110. Let's see if it'll get there. But really this week, I wasn't planning on streaming every single day. It just seemed to happen. Alright, there we go. Wow, 110, nice. Okay. I do need to actually realise there's a big huge speedometer right in front of me as well that I can look at. And the reason I keep pulling up the track view down at the bottom is just to see if there's any speed limit changes, which again, if I'd looked at the manual, I probably would have figured out that the display there on the right is actually telling me what I need to know. The one with the two green lights on it saying 110. But that's okay, I'm still having fun with this. Alright, let's get it back up there. Come on, 110. You can do it. So if you didn't catch it at the beginning, this scenario here is the 1742 service from New York Penn to 30th Street, and we're in Train Simulator 2022. And I seem to be on time, which really... Oh, speeding, okay. Which really is not something I do very well. Quick look outside. Man, honestly, absolutely love it. Not much of a track view. It's as Gio Winokur said earlier, it's a fairly sparse route here. Check the speed. There we go. Let's get it back up again. Yeah, I think sparse is definitely the word for this part of it. And what we got? We got 22:04 is when we're expected in, and the time is, oh, so we've got like 5 minutes. Okay. Note to self, I must remember to stop this time. I've got a bad habit of reading the chat, playing with buttons and forgetting what I'm actually supposed to be doing. And again, because it's my first stop, the only problem I've got really is I don't know how quickly I can get the train to stop, so I'm not quite sure at what distance. Yesterday when I was in the DBBR 101, the German train, it was basically a kilometre out, and then when I was in the ICE 1, that was about 0.75 kilometres out. I could start braking. But this at the moment, I'm not sure. Alright, so we've got an 80 coming up. I wonder what the sign on the right is going to do, if it's going to tell me that or not. Don't look like it's doing anything. Yeah, I definitely will be reading the manual. once I finish the stream though, have a quick look and see what it's doing. Right, let's see if we can get this to slow down. Okay, so I think we're going to make the 80 okay. Well, that's good, so take it off now. Right, okay. So that's one thing, as I said earlier, is you need to release the brakes way sooner than you think. It does tend to slow down quite a lot after that. So for those of you watching, like I say, I enjoy train simming, but I'm not a train fan, or I think they call rail fans now. I couldn't tell you one train from another. I know if it's diesel, I know if it's electric, I know if it's steam, and that's about it. But it's still, you know, I enjoy it in my own way, so to speak. I know a lot of people like to know, you know, what's the speed limits you can do, what's the fuel, what's this, what's the number, etc. That's not really my thing. I just enjoy train simming as it is, you know. Very superficial, I think is probably the word I would use there. Right, so here we go, Trenton track. We've got a 30 coming up, and just over a kilometre, just over a mile to go. So I'm going to, wow, with 30 seconds ahead of schedule. That really is a bit of a shock. So there we go, let's put some brakes on a mile out and see how much I can slow down. Wow. Yeah, I think I could probably start braking a lot later than a mile out, but it's famous last words there. Alright, let's keep going. What I'm trying to do is not lose that extra time that I've got. It's nice to be ahead of the schedule, and I don't want to lose that time now. So, getting ready to open the doors. When we stop, of course. I failed one of the scenarios the other day because I opened the doors while we were still moving. Oh, in fact, let me reword that. The doors were open and I started moving. And, wow. Yeah, this braking way too early here. Back on the accelerator. Come on. As long as, you know, it'd be funny if after all that I'm now late, wouldn't it? Come on, get in the station. Okay. 15 seconds early, but we haven't stopped yet. Yeah, speeding. At least on this platform, maybe we're on top of it. Alright. Let's get those brakes on. Oh, come on, stop. There we go. Oh, wow. I'll take it. I was like 3 seconds early. I'm happy with that. Right, part 2205, so we've got 50 seconds before we need to be moving again. And we're in Trenton. I should really be taking snapshots, which I'm not doing at the moment. You know what? There we go. Quick snapshot here. The good thing about when you're taking the snapshots, it doesn't show this HUD down the bottom. So you just see what you're seeing there without it, which I think is cool. Very nice. Alright, back in the cab, ready to go. Brakes off. See, it says leave at 22:05 and we're already 15 seconds late now. Oh, well done engineer, you have arrived at Trenton within the timetable, you can now depart. Right, let's get going. Go to the task. And one thing is the doors actually shut themselves when it's time to go, so I'm not sure if there's a conductor on these that's supposed to do that for you or what it is, but I don't care. One less thing to worry about. Right, so we're still in a 30. Oh, we got wheel slip. Let's get up to 30. So what have we got? So according to this, my ETA is probably a minute late. I'm sure I can make that up. It looks like we've got 30 minutes to get there, so we're good to go. Just listen to that. Love it. Oh, and I think I'm speeding. Let's jump in again. Oh, okay. Well, Friday the 13th appears to have been new. Someone has pulled the emergency cord. The train conductor has fined the passenger for improper use. You may now get underway and attempt to make back lost time. Well, that was unexpected. But I think the fact that they mentioned it at the beginning. Right. Dearie me. Passengers in the emergency cord, what are they like? Okay. So what am I now? I'm now 2 minutes late. And we got 50 miles to go. So yeah, I think I should be able to make up that time. Oh. For some reason, the alerter is going off and it's clearing itself, and I don't know why. That's that whoop sound that you keep hearing. If you have a look down at the bottom there, the exclamation mark at the right hand of the HUD, it's coming on, but then it's clearing. Again, for those of you who just joined, I apologise, I did not read the manual, so I'm not sure how this train actually signals work on it. But I'm not doing too badly. 2 minutes late, haven't had anything to say that I've done anything major wrong. So, Jay Winnicker says, calling the railway police to have them ejected. There we go. That'll sort them out, mate. Alright. Come on, get up to 80. You can do it. Come on. I was actually on Amtrak last year. I went from St. Louis to Kansas City. I think they call it the River Runner, which is only just come back in service, I think. The route itself, I mean, I may be wrong on that, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was only like $35 return. Something really, you know, not that much at all. I enjoyed it. It was very nice to get on a train again. Doesn't have all the services that you'd find probably in Europe as such, but hey, I think they've got one train a day to Kansas. I was happy to try it out. Alright, let's get the speed up, come on. So we're still 2 minutes behind, but I think once we get up to 120 we should be okay. So what time are you heading out, Jay Winnicker? I take it you got a 2 o'clock start, is that right? Or I'm imagining like 2 to 10 or 2 to 11 shift or something, is it? I did that for years myself. It's neither day shift or night shift. It's a very annoying shift, shall we say. It's like you're neither on nights and you're neither on days. Oh, it just pulled into work. Alright, buddy. Yeah. 145. Got you. To 9:45. Alright, man. Well, you take care. Have a great day. And I'll really try and catch up you on your streams again, mate. Like I'm saying, I've been lurking on them. I haven't said too much, but I'll definitely try and catch up with you, buddy. You have a good day. And thanks for stopping by. Right. So why is my brakes saying graduated self-lap? Let me have a look at some here. This is not making sense. Yeah, it shouldn't be coming up with graduated self-lap, so something's weird because we've got the train brake, we've got the locomotive brake, and we've got... oh, it does have dynamic braking. Huh. Looks like we've got a conflict or a key binding conflict or something there. It should not be doing this. Never mind. Jay Winnicker says, all good, it's good seeing you on again. Well, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it. First few days, like saying, I was rather a little bit nervous, you know, getting back into it, but yeah, that's strange. I wonder if it's my rail driver that's causing this. Because yeah, I'm not getting above 95 mile an hour here. What on earth is going on? The reverser forward, throttle forward, dynamic braking, and it's like I'm saying, I didn't actually realise this has dynamic braking. Scorpio 49, how you doing, buddy? You get more points over the bar, Seamus. Yeah, I tell you what, mate, the way this is going at the moment, I just want to... I want to get there, but look at it. I don't know what's going on with this brakes. You see it flickering away down there. That's very strange. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Never mind. One of those things, I guess, guys. But at least I now found out I've got dynamic braking, which I didn't realise we had earlier. And not sure when you joined the stream, Scorpio, but I jumped into this from the German routes that I've been doing all week, and I never read the manual, and I wondered why I had no clue what was going on. So, and yeah, anywho, I do tend to repeat myself quite a wee bit here, so I apologise. So Scorpio49 says, just back home and see you're back in the train. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was actually going to be streaming the bus, and I don't know if you ever saw last year my streams on the bus. It's based out of Berlin, but they're on beta 1.10 now, and things that were working are now broken, and it was. So what I'm probably going to do is stream the bus maybe later on this week, next week, or maybe the weekend, but it'll be during the day because some of the light switches are not working properly. But I do plan on getting back into that, and I've also got Tramsim Vienna. In fact, I've got Tramsim Munich, so I have a feeling I'll be streaming that soon as well. And that graduated self-lap is bugging me. Normally that shows when you're actually trying to apply full brakes, but look at it, we're at 106 miles an hour and I'm on full throttle, so somewhere along the way there's a brake coming on, but all the settings showed that nothing was happening. So I shall leave it for now, I think. So what have we got time-wise? Yeah, time-wise I'm going to be 2.5 minutes late. I know Train Simulator 2022 can sometimes penalise you quite heavily when you're late and tell you that you failed a scenario. And at this rate, yeah, I'm not making up any time, am I? But again, I don't know why, that's the problem. I don't know why it's shown that. Alright, we got up to 108 at least. Yeah, somewhere along the way there's a brake on, but I don't want to be messing about with it too much, otherwise I'll slow down even more. I'm just hoping that I hope we find a hill that we can roll down. I might actually be able to get moving a little bit faster than what we are at the moment. Yeah, this is going to be a struggle. Yeah, and I'm still losing time. Right, I just threw the brakes on emergency very, very quick. Oh, there we go. I threw the brakes into emergency and pulled it back very, very quickly, so I think that's fixed it. Interesting. But hey, I don't care, we're going to hit 120 mile an hour in a minute and hopefully make up some of that time that we're lost. But as I mentioned, Scorpio, or I mentioned earlier, I wasn't really planning on streaming every day this week. I don't know, it just seemed to happen, I guess. I sit down and mess around with the train sim and I think, well, why not I just stream it? And again, it's just getting back to getting into a routine. Right, come on, speed her up, speed her up. Come on. Come on. Right, we're accelerating now. Excellent. Okay, so Scorpio49 says, I need to do today's Wordle. It might be more interesting, Seamus. I'll catch up with you again now. I'm getting emails from Twitch. Wonderful. Yeah, you know what? I had no idea what Wordle was until the other day. I had to Google it. Yeah, it looks almost like the game Mastermind. If you remember that, it's a very, very similar thing where you have to guess the colour and the position. And it sounds like it's based on the same thing, but I know it's Wordle seems to be the big thing at the moment. So you have a good day, mate, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, Scorpio. And you must have brought me luck, mate, because at least I figured out the brakes while you were on the stream, so thank you. Right, let's get up to speed. So we're 2.5 minutes behind schedule. Come on. Slowly getting the feel of this train. Slowly getting the hang of it. And again, anything I say about the lights and the signals on the right hand side of the train there is just pure guesswork, so yeah, read the manual when I'm finished. Come on, get up there, 120. So one thing I'm going to do is try the dynamic braking actually. So I only need to lose 10 miles an hour. Yeah, let's try the dynamic braking here and see how quickly it kicks in. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, well that didn't do anything. So much for that theory. So what I might try and do, in fact, let's go to the full interface. Yeah, see, look, it's even got dynamic brakes on here. I'm going way too slow again, so why did it not slow down the train? Maybe I need to give it a little bit more time. I have a feeling that's probably what it is, to be honest. So there you go, on the full interface you can see what all the controls are doing. It gets in the way a little bit, but for the moment I just need to be seeing what everything's doing. There we go. Got it back up to 110. But yeah, I'm still losing a lot of time, not making up any time at all here. Come on. I'm sort of like fixated on the speed limit at the moment. There we go. Stick there. Stay there. So I'm going to leave it on 111. It, oh no, don't like it very much, does it? I think if I wasn't so far behind I probably wouldn't be so focused on the speed, but I want to try and make that up. Yeah, oh there we go. I made up a whole second, then lost it again. Alright, okay. So we've got 25, 26 miles to go, and yeah, at least we're getting a bit better, a bit more of a run. So yesterday and a couple of days before, I was on the Ruhr-Sieg line, and it really was start-stop. Start-stop, you know, you just get up to speed and you have to slow down again. I mean, it was a passenger service. It was enjoyable, but just very, I don't know, just like I said, I felt like it was a little hamster on a wheel. You know, you just get started up, slow down again, start up, slow down again. To me, it was a little bit too frantic. This, at least, has given me a little bit of a chance to get some speed going, but then that can become boring rather than the franticness of constantly starting and stopping your train. All right, come on, get up there. Right, let's drop that back a wee bit. Well, if nothing else, at least I'm not losing any more time, but I wish I could just catch up just a wee bit. That would be a good thing. Alright, we've got a 120 coming up. Right. Yeah, so we're nearly 3 minutes behind there. Still confused as to why the dynamic braking wasn't doing anything, but what I'll do next time is I'll put the dynamic brakes on, then I'll leave it for a little bit and see if it actually has any effect. I might not have given it enough time before. I feel like I'm in an aircraft at the moment, constantly looking at the gauges and not looking outside. There we go, come on. Right, so we've got 100 coming up. Let's put on the dynamic brakes. Ah, okay. Yeah, as you see that, it's bouncing around, so it is not doing anything. Let's try it. No, nothing. So it sounds like I've got a conflict here somewhere. Alright, means I can just work off this for the time being. Okay. And what have we got? 20 miles to go. Right. Let's enjoy the view for a minute there, folks. Love it. Never fails to impress me. Never fails to impress. Back in the cab. Speeding. Yeah, it's interesting that I do seem to have had some problems with the brakes here today. First of all, the dynamic brake wasn't working. Then the train brake seemed to be trying to stay on all the time as well. But I will check that all out after the stream. So there we go, get back down to 90. Yeah, and that alerter as well, the alerter keeps going off and cancelling itself, so again I don't know if that's a problem with the controls or a sticky keyboard or what it is. Shouldn't be anything like that. It shouldn't be self-cancelling unless of course I'm misreading it, to be honest. Because normally when you get an alert going off you have to hit Q or the alert button on my controller here. Oh, just made it. Just made it. There we go. 80 mile an hour. And back up to a 110. This is certainly a lot more challenging with controls that are not working properly. Alrighty. Back up to 110. And again, speed-wise, I'm not complaining. Now that I fixed that brake problem, we're able to pick up speed now. There we go. Keep it there at 90. So what have we got time-wise? It looks like we've got about another 30 minutes actually. So yeah, I think when this one's done, what I'll probably do is pause the stream and check the controls out actually, and then I'll see if I want to do any more streaming after that. But yeah, so we got 10 minutes to the next station, and then 30 minutes after that. I don't know, what am I saying, 10 minutes? Yeah, 10 minutes roughly. Yeah, I think we're fine. Get it back up to 90. There we go. Just hope it doesn't fail me at the end for being 2.5, nearly 3 minutes late. Because this is not a career scenario, this is just a standard scenario. But again, it is a passenger journey. I wouldn't be surprised if it says you failed. We shall see. Alright, another quick look outside. It's funny, as I mentioned earlier, I'm intrigued now as to when this was released. I have a feeling it's not modern. I have a feeling it's probably at least 4 or 5 years old. One thing that I did notice yesterday was I was looking at Train Sim World, and Train Sim World also has the Ruhr Siegline in Germany that I've been playing on Train Sim 2022. So I think I might actually try streaming Train Simulator World. It's probably going to take me a day to get it all set up, but the reason being is that I use different notifications, different screens, and you know, I just have to get it all set up in OBS and Stream Deck. So I've got different different scenes rather within OBS that I need to set up as well. So I'm slow again. Come on. Come on, get up to 110. That's what happens when you talk too much. Okay. But what I'm planning on doing is probably the next couple of days doing a few more American streams, and maybe, I don't know, maybe over the weekend, like I say, in Train Simulator World 2, I'm not sure yet. But I do want to get back to the truck sims and the bus actually. And in Fernbus is cool, it actually works properly. And what I mean by that is, if you didn't hear me earlier, that the bus itself is in beta 1.10, and a few things are broken since the latest update. Otherwise I would be streaming the bus right now actually. Alrighty. Slowly losing time again. If only I could have had this level of speed earlier, but again, for some reason the brakes were not working correctly. It's a shame that I had to throw it into emergency brake first. It sounds like a calibration problem on my rail driver. Alright, I'm slowing again. Come on. Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't actually. And there's Pilot Peely. Hello mate, how you doing? And before you ask, no, I was not planning on streaming today. I was not planning on streaming yesterday or the day before or the day before. It just seems to happen once in a while. And this week I seem to have been streaming every single day, which is very unusual. Just had my Friday night, fish and chips. Oh man. You know what, you cannot even buy proper fish and chips over here. Or Indian. There's a couple of Indian restaurants, but I miss fish and chips. I mean, when I go back to Scotland, I have fish and chips or Indian every single day. Man, do I miss it, I tell you. So I hope the day is treating you well, mate. We made it through to Friday. And, yeah, here I am in America. Yeah, I know, mate. Missing out big time. I actually was thinking about streaming the bus. Again, I'm not sure if you caught that or not, but there's been a few problems with it and I need to slow down here. Sorry, I just noticed that. Oh, and I'm not going to slow down in time. It's going to penalise me now for applying the emergency brakes. Dodging the wind. Yeah. I heard about that, mate. I heard some nasty things about the storms flying through. Well, I made up some time, even though I was nearly double the speed limit. I thought this was going to be easier than yesterday's German train. Oh, the trouble is when you apply the emergency brakes, it stops you big time. Come on. Come on. So I'm like 2 minutes 40 behind the schedule at the moment, because one of my brakes was stuck on, the actual train brakes were stuck on. Don't ask me why or how. I think it was a calibration problem with the controls. A minor inconvenience, shall we say. But the difference between this and the flight sim stuff is when you mess up in the flight sim, it doesn't say, oh, it's speeding. You know, you don't actually fail as such. But this thing, if you're like a couple of minutes over, you get through a 1.5 hour scenario and it goes, you failed, try again. Which is a bit of a slap in the face, to be honest. But, you know, it'd be nice to say you didn't do very well or you failed, but then just give you a check mark. Just to say that, you know, okay, you have completed it. Yeah, you can, actually. You can crash in that. And you know what, that's the thing, if you want to drive like a lunatic in the train sim, you can crash in this as well, but generally not the way that I plan my simming experience, shall we say. But yeah, for probably half an hour here I had brake problems, then my dynamic brakes are also not working. I'm 2.5 minutes behind. But other than that, it's a grand day, mate. And let's see, we're going between New York Penn Station to 30th Street in New York. Right, let's have a quick look outside. Very sparse. Very sparse, not much here. So, as I mentioned earlier, I have a feeling that this is probably one of the oldest scenarios again, one of the older routes. But I thought I would give it a go. Do the doubting player. Sorry, Neil. I'm not following you, mate. Thank you. Yes, that would be good. That would be good. All right. So locomotive brakes coming on. You know what? Oh, so let me get it to 70. And I'll be right with you, buddy. Let me... Oh, there we go. Okay, I left the brakes on too long. Not in this one. So in Train Simulator 2022, which is this, and Train Sim World, there's no multiplayer, but in Trains with a Z, with a Z at the end of it, there is multiplayer in that. Somebody was actually asking me that yesterday on the stream, and the only reason I don't have it is, again, it would be more DLC that I just can't afford to keep plugging money into another simulator. Right, so we're stopping in 2 miles. Wish me luck. Oh, look at that bridge. That looks rather pleasant. So we've got 35 coming up. And we're 2.5 minutes late. Yeah, I'm not making up any time here, am I? But this is our second to last stop, so... Come on. Get your speed up, keep your speed up, keep your speed up. So I was actually in Microsoft Flight Simulator yesterday, Pilot Peely. I was doing just some island hopping around Scotland in the, oh gosh, BN Islander I think it was. Yeah, the Islander. Cracking little aircraft. Have you had a good day? I've had a grand day, mate. I've had a grand day. Like I was saying, it's I know you've been spending a lot of time getting graphics and stuff done, and I've been doing that all week, just messing about with graphics, because I was doing my own. They're very simplistic, and I do need to stop. Hang on. Oh, come on, come on, come on, get to 35. I was having a great day, Neil, thank you. Come on. Oh, speeding. That's okay. Come on. Right, and we're stopping here, so. But yeah, it's warmed up a little bit. All the frozen rain and snow is all melted out from outside now, so. How about yourself, mate? What you been up to? All right. I'm holding in my breath here, hoping that we're going to stop in time. Newark Penn. Coach class, look at that, love it. Well, that was rather cool. I just saw the steps go down, getaway wall. That was very cool. Yeah, so this is another one that I've never actually done before. This is my first time on this route. Plus I don't understand the American signals, which I've mentioned about a dozen times already, because I never read the manual. Right, so bear with me, I just see if you're supposed to summit. Given the delay, you have done well. Reaching Newark at this time, last leg, might allow you to make up time. Alrighty. Well, that was interesting. It gave me a compliment. So Neil Pilot Peely says, day was okay, still annoying at my PC problems yesterday. You know what, Neil, that's funny, I wasn't going to mention that, but I thought I will not mention it, but as you brought it up, yeah, you had my sympathy, buddy, I tell you. But really, a lot of respect, seriously, you know, a lot of respect that you just hammered on through it, mate. You got it sorted. Hopefully that's it fixed now. Hopefully that's your fix. I wouldn't mind, but I mean, you've done a Windows reinstall as well just a few days ago, and it's a new PC. I wonder if you'll ever find out what it was, mate. Or something that you throw in the bucket of just one of those things. Okay, so here we are. We got last stop coming up. Arrive at 22:55. Wow, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and all my brakes are off, so wish me luck, as you say. So Pilot Peely says, hopefully I still think it was a Windows update that was pending. Yeah, you know, it's sad that, well, maybe not sad, that's not the right word, but it's interesting that now, before I do anything, I check NVIDIA, and I check the latest version of Windows, and I check Windows, I check OBS, you know, because really the way things are being getting updated, it seems to be like a constant stream of updates, which isn't bad. But the sad thing is, if you're not on the latest update, you know what happens. Right, let's get the speed going. But I'd like to say, and I wish I could have hung around a wee bit longer, mate, but hope you had a good stream yesterday. So it's been a rather interesting week, because I started streaming 10 months ago, and then I stopped for many months, and I don't know why. Just out the habit, or I'm not too sure what it was, to be honest. But then yesterday, or this week, has been really a lot of fun. Yesterday we had several Canadians on the stream. A couple of days before we had several Germans on the stream. I was thinking, this is wonderful, you know, meeting all these new friends. And a lot of old friends as well. So Pilot Peely says, yeah, but then it's having the time to do the updates and then test again that it all works. Yes. I know, even though it's only a few minutes to reboot your machine, it's like reboot the machine, reload whatever sim it is you're using, start all over again. Yeah. 24 hours earlier, all was good, and no updates or new software was installed before the stream, says Pilot Peely. Yeah. Oh, I hear you, man. I hear you. You know what? One of these days it'll be right as rain, and we'll be looking back and laughing at it. All right, let's get down to 60. The thing about this locomotive brakes is you need to pull them back before you actually need to. Right, try that. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, this has been a rather challenging scenario. Just because of the problems I've been having. That and not reading the manual. Which again is self-inflicted, so I can't really complain about that too much. Right, there we go. Oh, 75 now. Pilot Peely says, yeah, can't wait for that day. Yeah. Yes, I hear you, mate. And you know, it's funny, I was talking to Viper Strike yesterday, and he was saying the same thing. He says that he doesn't have the problems that everyone else seems to have, and it's like, there's no rhyme, no reason, is there? I mean, I've been really lucky. I've spent like a year and not had a single problem. Then I had 8 CDDs in the same day. Just, there's no rhyme, no reason. But you know, I mentioned this on a stream a few days ago, that the thing is about PCs is they're all different. You know, Apple Macs, or I don't know if they call them Apple Macs anymore, but the Macintosh computers, they're ready built, everyone knows what's inside them. But PCs, there's probably no two PCs that have the same software, the same drivers, same graphic. You know what I mean? Every PC is different, so I'm sure that doesn't actually help. Right, let's get up here. So according to this, I'm 4 minutes ahead of schedule. Wow. I wonder if it gave me that leeway because of the guy pulling the emergency brake earlier on, which would be rather good. Right, we've got a 60 coming up. Yeah, you know, that is, I agree with. I'm saying I agree with you. You're agreeing with me, but I agree with you. saying absolutely. Yeah. You know, it's interesting, and I've seen you do it, and I've seen a few other people. You'll be talking about something, and then something comes up in the chat, and you go, "What's that referring to?" You know, and it's something that you spoke about only a minute ago. Yeah, we all agree. There we go. And you go, "What was I talking about again?" Yep. So one of these days I might actually get around to scheduling a stream as well, because I know that, you know, if you schedule it, people expect it. It's like every Thursday we think, yep, Pilot Peely. And you know, and it's like it becomes part of your routine. Whoa, and I'm not slowing down. A bit like braking when you should. Oh, James, right. So I think the record to beat was yesterday. I sped 24 times. Oh, we're in a tunnel. It just shows you what I've been focused on. Again, this is almost like looking at the instruments, not looking outside. I didn't even realise we were in a tunnel. How bad is that? And I'm 4 minutes ahead of schedule, so I should stop worrying about it, you know? Man, and I'm still speeding. Come on. So I hope that this flashing isn't annoying to look at. It's well, if it is, there's not a lot I can do. But I'm just being polite, I guess, guys. Being polite. There we go. So Pilot Peely says I might fire up the A320NX and do some circuits into EGLL in the Stormy winds today. You know what? That's interesting. I was actually messing about with the Airbus and the Boeing as well. I really struggle to control them. You know, it's like it just those things take miles to do circuits, you know, and I'm just not familiar enough with it. But I was messing about with the Airbus the other day. I was doing some of the training lessons within Microsoft Flight Simulator. Alright, so where are we stopping? Penn Station 6. Here we are, guys, our last stop of the day. And we've got 50 mile an hour coming up. So considering the problems that I've had with the brakes, insert excuse, I'm rather pleased with my progress here. But I haven't stopped yet. So yeah, I would hate to fail it at the last minute like I did yesterday. I got all the way through an 85-minute scenario and then it says you failed. And it's like, huh? I think that was where I had the doors open and I started rolling forward or released the brakes or something, which isn't really allowed when you got passengers on the train. Yeah, pant. That's a great word actually, pants. It's it makes the point without being too rude. Come on, get up to 50 miles an hour here, guy. Come on. But yeah, you know, and I've mentioned this before, that I've turned off the point system within the train simulator because there's nothing worse than finishing something and it goes, you've got minus 4,000 points. To me, I'm never going to be that accurate enough a driver. I don't do this enough. And I've got a lot of DLC, trust me. I've got a lot of DLC. There's no way that I can learn all the routes and the trains. So I just like it as a superficial, you know, superficially, I just drive it as best I can. I'm never going to try and get there exactly on time or exactly within the speed limit. But that works for me, you know. And it's like saying that's the thing about simming. You play the sims the way that you want to. So Pilot Peely said that's a bit like taking off flying for an hour and then landing with the gear up. Yeah, and then you go, yeah, checklist, yeah. Wow, Gareth Collins 28, thank you very much. We have never spoken before, so thank you, it's very kind of you, mate. I'm glad that, I'm not sure how long you've been on the stream, but yeah, you missed me complaining about how bad my driving was, which I do all the time incidentally, and then blaming the controls, which I do all the time as well. And yeah, so thanks very much. Gareth, that's a cracking Welsh name there, mate. So Gareth said he was streaming ST22 and Farm Sim 22. You know what, mate? Farming Sim was one of those sims that I thought, and then I bought it. And it has a huge following. I can't believe the amount of people that watch the Farming Simulator streams that are out there. Who would have thought that digging up dirt would be so interesting, you know? And they're Skeptic. How you doing, buddy? So what was that emu? Oh, hang on, I need to stop. Hang on. See, now I'm going to blame. Now I'm going to blame the chat again. Right, let's make sure I open the doors. Let's jump outside and have a look. We're in America today, Skeptic. So, oh, look at all these people. Let's get a different view before I open the door, because we're way ahead of time. Look at it. Love it. Yeah, so I went from Germany to America. I was telling Neil earlier, it's been a really fun week because got a lot of old friends joining the stream and got loads of new ones. We got, yesterday we had like 3 people from Canada, and you remember the other day, Skeptic, we had 3 or 4 people from Germany as well. So yeah, it's a lot of fun making new friends. And we got Gareth Collins, who, as I said earlier, I haven't spoken to before, who's just given us a follow. And yeah, it's wonderful. So happy Friday, everybody. I see we've got more people in this stream than we started with, which is probably good, actually, because you miss me ranting. No, not ranting. I don't rant, do I? Those of you that know me know I don't rant. Rambling on is probably more appropriate. Rambling on about my controls not working. So Garrett, oh, failure. Oh, look, see? This. Oh, right. This is what gets annoying. What did I fail on? I will look at that in a moment once I've caught up with the chat. So Skeptic, yeah, cracking farming sim. Yes, I was going to stream that as well, but you know what? The last thing you need, okay, you're watching me driving a train badly. The last thing that you really need is to watch me reversing even worse. I cannot reverse to save my life, honestly. It's Gareth Collins says, farming is good on health as I have my own allotment and grow my own veg. Nice. You mean in real life, mate, or within the farming sim? Skeptic says, I'd love to do U-bands. Peely smiling, reversing easy with the wheel. No, it's not. Trust me, it's not. Anywho, let's have a look and see why I failed this. And if you hear any grinding, that's my teeth. Alright, so what does it say? Yeah, other than that annoying thing. Yes, mate, I'm on a growing allotment. Nice. You know, my dad used to do allotments. Bear with me now, let me see what it says. Picked up pastures 3 out of 4 platforms. Oh, did I stop at a platform and not open the door? You know what? I don't think I made that mistake. I'm sure that I opened the doors. I'm sure I opened the doors. Hang on. Did I open the doors? See, I'm actually doubting myself now. So I failed it. Oh, how annoying. So I'm going to use the Pilot Peely expletive. Like, poo. Yes. Hey, at least I exceeded with my speeding. Speeding 27 times. Customer comfort. Yeah, well, we know my thoughts on customer comfort. Wheel slippage, don't care. Improper horn use. Well, there we go. How sad is that? But yeah, so I didn't pick up the passengers at one of the stations. Methinks that maybe there was a bug there, I think. No, you know the funny thing, Neil? Pilot Peely says you'll have to rewatch your stream. So here's the thing. Here's a little bit of a story. I did a 7-part television show in Philadelphia. Seriously. They actually flew me out there, and the guys were actually rather amusing because the producer said, hey, you're a Scotsman. You know, anybody that's not an American, you know, with an accent, it adds like, what's the word for it? It makes it seem more genuine, as they say. So, you know, so they flew me out to Philadelphia and I did a 7-part television show. And I will absolutely refuse to even watch a snippet of me talking, even when I'm in my band. You know, people do recordings, they think, no, I can't watch it. It's just one of those things. Gravity. Yeah, there we go. Adds gravity. Or importance or whatever. And that's the thing, it was for an American audience. So, you know, it's... Gareth Collins says, potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower, sweet parsnip, and peppers. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, my dad, bless him, he used to love growing. To me, I'll look at something and I'll go, okay, it's green. And that's about it as far as recognition. Or a potato. There we go. It's green or a potato. And yeah, I'm just useless at it. And my dad had green fingers. Literally, he could look at a plant and it would start growing. And yeah, adds gravity. You'll have to rewatch. I think we're caught up. Yeah, and as regards reversing easy with a wheel, yeah. One of those things. You know what? In Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator, I just set it on easy parking with the loads because again, I maybe it's just short-term interest in actually learning to reverse. So how many we got? My goodness me! Hang on a second. Bear with me. I need to press some buttons because I've lost my Stream Deck. I set up a button for the Stream Deck, and then I forgot to set up a button to bring me back again. There we go. Stream. There we go. Right. So Pilot Pill says he uses his yoke in ATS, American Truck Simulator. Nice. Well, I tell you what, guys, honestly, this is wonderful. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. I intend to actually do another journey. I have actually changed the tune on the Be Right Back, and so give me a few minutes and I'm probably going to do another one. I'm not too sure about the Northeast Corridor at the Amtrak because again I got... See that excuse again, I was going to say we've got problems with the controls. We will have a look. But I will be back in a few minutes, so everybody have a quick break and you're welcome to hang around. Be back shortly. Enjoy the new music. Alrighty, so just a quick few minute break there. So let's see if there's anything else in the chat. Yep, Neil, Pilot Peely, thanks very much for stopping by, and I'll catch you on your next stream. And if anybody doesn't know Pilot Peely, he streams on Thursdays, and in Microsoft Flight Simulator, definitely worth a look. Gareth Collins asked for a follow. Yep, I can certainly do that for you, mate. I'll get to that later on. So I think I'm all caught up with the chat. So what I'm going to do now is figure out what I want to do actually. But yeah, that was rather annoying. Picked up passengers at 3 out of 4 platforms. I'm really sure that I opened the doors. Maybe I wasn't properly on the platform. Maybe I wasn't properly on the platform. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I went to the wrong menu. Never mind. Let's let's jump back in here again. So what I'm thinking about maybe, in fact, let's have a look at the trains actually. I'm not going to do Steam at the moment, but yeah, look at this. I've got 18 pages of trains. And look at that, there's got 9 per page. And I got 6 pages of routes, and there's 9 routes per page. So you can see I've got a fair bit of stuff here. And this is why I didn't jump into trains with a Z or with a Z. It's 5 circle. Let's have a look and see if I've got any here. No, there's only a couple of short ones here under standard. I don't want to do a career mode just at the moment. I could drive the ice train out in China. That's I actually like the Chinese routes as well. Let's have a quick look. If anybody's got any suggestions or favourites, please feel free to let me know. Meanwhile, I'll keep clicking on through. So the story of Forest Rail, now that is really enjoyable. That's a fictitious route, but it's based on a real route in Japan. Isle of Wight. Wow, so much DLC that I've never even looked at. It's the story of simming, isn't it, guys and girls? It's the story of simming. You buy the DLC and then you have your favourites and you go back to it all the time. 18 pages of trains, goodness gracious me. I want to get one that's not too confusing because, again, didn't read the manuals. You know, let's go back to picking a route actually. Let's have a look. What about this one? Wow, okay. I have a feeling that these are probably the times on these. Need to stop at every station on this route from Suning to Chengdu. Yeah, let's try something else. Let's have a look, see what else we have. Yeah, one of these days I'll get back to the UK, like I said. But for the moment I'm enjoying having a look at German and American routes. Munich to Augsburg. Oh right, this is on the ICE2 train. I did this yesterday. 15 minutes, you don't want to see me doing that again. And the BR101, now this is interesting because I was driving the BR101 in Germany, and yeah. What have we got? Pub crawl to Munich. Yes, well that sounds interesting. Pub crawl to Munich. Driving a stopping BR101 passenger service from Augsburg to Munich late at night. Well, you know what? Let's give it a blast, I think, because I'm just concerned that my dynamic brakes. You know what? Bear with me a moment, because what I'm going to do is exit a rail driver and then reload the rail driver. And rail driver, if you're not familiar, is the train controller. It's got like 24 buttons on it and 1, 2, 3, 4 levers and stuff. It's just a controller for Train Simulator 2022. I'm not sure if it works in trains, and it only partially works in Train Sim World 2. Which is interesting because the rail driver's been out for years, but what they're doing is they're actually modifying the trains in Train Sim World 2 to actually work with the rail driver, but they haven't quite got there yet. So let's have a look. So here we go. So rail driver for Simulator 2. Okay, that's rebooted. Okay. So let's have a look. So which one did I say I was going to do? Pub crawl to Munich on the BR101 Silver. Let's give it a go. So I just want to thank everybody for stopping by. It seems to have got some people out there. Thank you very much for taking the time out your day to just keep me company. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here. Right, tonight you'll be driving a very late stopping service from Augsburg to Munich. There's another train just ahead, so keep an eye out for red signals. I need to remember that. Keep an eye out. Some of the passengers have had a bit too much to drink. Hopefully they won't cause too much trouble. So do I need to pick up any passengers? Well, let's open the door anyway. Doesn't look like it, does it? It says pick up passengers from Augsburg, Glees 4. Hang on, let's have a look at the map. Show task. Where are we? Let's have a look outside. I hope this is going to be another one that doesn't want to play cricket. And if you see that I'm missing something, please let me know. Otherwise I'll be here all day. Are these doors open? Yeah, the interesting thing is down here on the bottom right, nothing's moving. Oh, because I'm 5 kilometers away. There we go. Shut the doors. Get rid of the task list. Jump in the driver's cab. Dearie, dearie, dear. So I hope that the actual rails are set correctly. I'll let the brakes off. Brakes off. Reverse are forward. Lights are on. Let's get going. Yeah, you're at Hauptbahnhof. Yeah. Haupt. I know how that's supposed to sound, but I can't get my mouth around that Haupt part. Hauptbahnhof. Maybe I'm trying to overpronounce it, perhaps. All right, what are we in here? We're in. Where are we? Are we in miles or kilometers? We're in kilometers here, aren't we? Okay. Thanks, Skeptic. So how's the day treating you? Hope all is well with you. And I'm not sure if I asked you earlier, but that picture that you posted. Ouch. Haupt. Oh, Hauptbahnhof. Ouch. Like it. So what was that picture of you doing a nosedive in the dirt? What happened there? Was that braking too hard, was it? So I do need to keep my eyes open for red lights. Right, looks like we've got 2 yellows coming up. Let's see if the... Oh, that yellow's for the other track. Let's keep accelerating. Okay. That was me not paying attention. Yeah, you know what, Skeptic? I think we're all guilty of that. We're all guilty of that. You think you're in control, then all of a sudden... So have you ever done the landing in Barra, the little islands off the west coast of Scotland, where you land on the sand? Yeah, if you're not careful there, you can actually end up in the sand dunes as well. And look at that, I'm speeding. Excellent. Did a few of those, yeah. Nice. Okay. Right, so we've got a yellow light, so let's slow down a bit. So the dynamic braking on this train is not as good as it was on the other one when I was driving. Or maybe that's just me. Could be just me, actually. Right, so let's try it. 3/4 kilometre, full brakes, or full dynamic braking. No, this is fine. This is fine. It was my imagination. I think after driving that American train where the dynamic brakes weren't working. Oh, look at the lighting on that bridge. Isn't that cool? That's very nice, isn't it? I'm rather impressed there, actually. So we got a yellow light, that means there's probably going to be a stop, or what have we got behind that? Oh, green, it just changed green, so it could be that we're following another train. Right, I'm just making sure that this was a pickup and not a via. Sometimes they'll actually tell you to go via a station, so you don't actually have to stop. Nice. This one looks a lot more modern than doors. Why is nobody getting on and off? Oh, surely not. 0.1 of a kilometre. Surely it's not making me go forward more. Could be broken, actually. Well, let's pull forward just... Oh, hang on. I'm looking at the wrong train. Mine's is to the right. There we go. I didn't open the doors. Yeah, I was looking at the train on the left, Skeptic. Yes, don't forget to open the doors. Yes, thank you. Yep, thank you. Yep, thank you. Oh, look at the scenery here. This is very nice, I tell you. Let's jump into the free camera. This does look a lot more modern than the other one I was doing. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just different. Oh, and there's the door shutting. Back in the cab. Let's get going. I do like the lighting on this. It's rather nice. Right, so it says keep your eye on the lights, so I guess I'd better keep my eye on the lights. And what have we got? We've got 10 kilometres to go, so not too far actually. You know, thinking about it, probably what I should have done on the previous journey in America, I probably should have restarted the Rail Driver app, because that seems to have cured the problems with the brakes here. So we live and learn. We live and learn. So, all right, we're now on a 140. Let's get the rear of the track through it. So you can't really speed up until the rear of the track goes through the 140. So let's get her going again. See, I know some of the rules. I probably need to learn more of them actually. But this is the BR 101, and I'm really starting to enjoy it a lot. I've driven it almost every day now for the past week, so I'm starting to get a feel for the braking and everything. The Amtrak train that I was driving earlier, the AEM7, that on the other hand, yeah, it didn't feel, it just felt very, I don't know, clunky, I guess, that's probably a good word for it. Felt a wee bit clunky. Right, so we're good to go, let's have a look outside. I tell you, just look at that. Love it. Absolutely love it. We've got a flashing green. Okay, let's jump back in the cab. So let's get... I want to make sure I don't run any red lights here. And yeah, sadly I don't know what flashing green means either. Eight. Ah, we're coming into an 80. Okay. But one thing I'm not sure if you noticed or didn't notice is that the HUD display did not show me that until I actually was in the 80 kilometre an hour zone, so that wasn't too good. But for anybody that's followed me for any length of time, you know that speeding is my thing. I wonder what the horn sounds like. Yeah. It's feeble as the other one sounded. Alright, so we've got 5 kilometres to go. And yeah, so not only do I need to read up on American signals, I now need to read up more on the German ones. So we're still in an 80 according to that, okay. Maybe the flashing green meant speed change perhaps? And again, I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing. Right, let's get the speed up a wee bit. Get her up to 80 mile an hour, 80 kilometres. Horn does not sound very German. You know what's interesting, Skeptic, is that when you watch any of the train simulator streams from Dovetail, the horn is one of the things that seems to be the most difficult to reproduce for some reason. They always sound weak and feeble, and I don't know why that is. Because I know that Dovetail games, when they get a chance, they do actually go out and sample the real sounds. But horns, for some reason, just sound meh, is a good word for it, I think. Here we go, track view. Here it is as we go by. Gotta love it. Who says that this is not a train set and I'm speeding? I just know I'm speeding. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, that is just... atmospheric is probably the only word I can think of. But yeah, I agree with the Skeptic, the horn does sound extremely feeble. Now I'm not sure, so bear with me a moment, I'm going to look around. In fact, oh, hang on. Oh, stopping here. Okay, everything. Oh dear. Right, I think we're good. Yeah, I know we're speeding. Annoying annunciator thing. I think we're good, guys. Yeah, this thing stops really nicely. It still amazes me. It's like I pull up the HUD and just go, oh, we're stopping. Right, take off dynamic brakes. And then roll in. Yeah, without me clicking away talking all the time, you can probably appreciate the sounds of the train. And I mentioned the other day that that's why I don't have music on it, because I really enjoy just listening to the sounds of the train itself. Some people like music, I like to hear the sim. And hopefully you guys and girls do too, actually. I know some of the audio is a little bit iffy, but I'm impressed. I don't know about you. There you go. Just for you, Skeptic. But hear that? It's just like being in a train station late at night, you know? Love it. And the doors were shut on their own. And I mean, that... Hear that? Awesome. Yeah, I agree with Skeptic. Skeptic says the sounds of trains late at night is really cool. Yes. Don't know, just something about it. Don't know what it is. Trying to cook in the background. Yeah, my idea of cooking is click, 3 minutes in the microwave. That's the extent of my cooking. If it doesn't fit in a microwave, then I don't eat it, basically. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss any signals, because that was one thing it mentioned right at the beginning. How your flat doesn't have doesn't fit a microwave. So what do you have? Do you have like a toaster oven type thing, or some of those toaster ovens are really good. I've got an air fryer. I nearly called it a deep pan fryer, an air fryer. Those things are great. So I guess that's two things you use, an air fryer and a microwave. Skeptic says I have a full kitchen with stove and oven, just no space to put a microwave. Okay. Strange how we get so used to cooking on a microwave, and I think years ago a stove and an oven was what we did, and it's I don't know. I think probably the only thing I would ever cook on a stove would be a tin of soup, which can go in the microwave. So, but that's probably about the extent of it. If I ever had a stovetop, yeah, soup. Got the obligatory cheese melting appliances a good Swiss household needs. Yeah. Alrighty. We're smoking along here, 160 kilometers an hour. That's 100 miles an hour. Well, this seems to be going better than the American route that I just did, which was rather annoying when it failed it, but hey ho. So I'm thinking it must be, I'm just looking, I've actually got 3 clocks on my stream deck. One of them's UK time, one of them's GMT, and one of them's local, so you're probably on 9 o'clock at night there, I think. Approximately 10 to 9. So I hope that the day treated you well. Oh, look at this, now we're flying. It's only 100 miles an hour, but hey, fastest I've been all day. Now I might need to stop here. Oh yeah, I stop here. Getting too excited. Right, so I've never stopped from 160 before, so I might give myself a little bit of extra time. He says as he flies through the station, so let's give it 1.25 kilometers and then try that. So dynamic braking. Anytime today. So again, this is just using the engine braking, and I'm not going to stop, so full train braking as well. Oh, locomotive braking. Let's throw it all in. Oh, okay. Stick your arm out the window and grab a post as you go by. Hey. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever driven a train at 160 kilometers an hour. And I think... Wow. Goodness me, that was... I'd like to say it was planned, but more guesswork than anything. Seemed to work out though, tell you. Right. Trying to make sure I get all the green, or the train all the way inside the green there actually. There we go. Nice, okay. And the trick is to not open the doors while you're still moving. I'm not sure if it'll let me, but I seem to fail quite a lot for that. Either I open the doors, then I let the brakes off. I do something wrong, I'm not quite sure what though. Love it. Yeah, the sky's a little bit meh, but again, this is an old sim, and I always say, you know, something like it's an old simulator. You know, you have to appreciate that. This was originally started, I think it was 2011, 2012, but they keep updating it every year. And I'm not sure if the sky is tied into the base sim or whether it's part of the package when with the route. I'm not quite sure. You know, it's okay though. I'm not here to be looking at the sky, I'm looking at the trains. Okay. So what have we got speed-wise? Still in a 160. And what have we got task list-wise? We've got 3 more stops. Nice. And then I think I'll probably call it a day, to be honest. But hopefully, once I get the bus up and running properly, I'll start simming on that again. Which is what I started off in April last year. But after a few problems yesterday, it was like, nah, this isn't going to work. Alright, let's get it up to 160. And we got a green light, so we're good to go. Nice. Oh, and I'm speeding. And it's strange, 2 days ago I said I need to stop announcing every time I speed, and I'm still doing it. So, it don't matter, does it? I must admit, it is rather nice to be on some flat bits of track. Oh, and I'm stopping again. Right. So, 1 1/4 roughly. There we go. Full dynamic brakes. That sneaked up on us rather quickly, I must confess. So there we go, off with the dynamic brakes and then just use train brakes now. Nice. Yeah, definitely starting to enjoy, well, not starting, but I definitely enjoy driving the 101. A nice simple train to drive, you know, not too complicated. But again, it's like any simulator, isn't it? It's all about spending time with it. And this past week I've been in the 101 every single day, so I should hope that I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Alright, open the doors. I can hear Skeptic telling me. There we go. That was interesting, just heard somebody cough. So one thing, I was in the bus yesterday, the simulator of the bus, and one thing that was interesting was they've added a lot of background sounds. So you hear, yeah, exactly, Skeptic. So you hear people's phones going off and people coughing and people talking. I haven't played the bus enough now with these additions to know if it's going to be annoying. But we shall see. Right, let's hear the train moving off. Yeah, do you hear that sneeze that just came out my right ear? I'll reword that. The sneeze was in my right ear, not come out my right ear. that'd be just weird. All right. So we're in an 80 and we've got 25 kilometers to go. Oh, and guess who's speeding? I'm glad I slowed down there, especially coming over the junction. Alright, what have we got ahead? Let's have a quick look here. Alright, we got a green, so we're good. Okay. And this is a pickup. Okay, 22 kilometers, it's a pickup. So one of these days, I'm saying one of these days, probably next week, I'm actually going to jump into Train Simulator World 2, and you guys will probably see a huge difference if you're not familiar with it. The only problem is I haven't played it for, I'm going to say 6 months. So what I'll probably do is get familiar with it before I stream. But you know what, I said that today, I was going to get familiar with the American route, and I thought, you know what does it matter? And I ended up streaming anyway. So who knows? You may actually watch me fail with it, like you do with with this train here. We shall see how I feel, to be honest. Right. So we're in a 160 again. Nice. So I'm really enjoying this this route, to be honest, because it's starting and stopping just enough not to be like constantly on the brakes all the time. So this is this is very, very, very nice. Well, so far so good. Like I said, I got 2 more stops, and again hoping I don't do anything stupid between now and then. So what have we got? Estimate time of arrival 8 minutes. So the good thing about this one is, even though it's a passenger service, there's no actual time that I need to be there. The bottom left hand shows an ETA of 106, but again it's just an estimated time of arrival. I'm not on a timetable as such. Oh, what was that? Something went to buzz. Is that yellow coming up? No. Yes. No. Or is that... Oh, the yellow's for the other track. Okay, so we've still got a green. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm too fixated on the fact that it told me to keep an eye open on the red lights, you know, keep an eye open for red lights, so I'm a little bit paranoid at the moment. Alright, so it looks like we're good to go. Just keep speed up a wee bit. Nice. Sorry about that. I just realised there was in full zoom then. So it looks like we're coming into an 80, so that was good. I actually saw that. Can I slow down in time? That's the question. Well, let me see. I think we're coming into an 80. Ah, dear. Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so it pays to actually watch the signs. This is a really enjoyable journey, I tell you. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Right. Wow, 200 kilometer zone. Oh my word. Oh, this will be interesting. Moonlit, not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all, is it? It's strange how you can get fixated on things, and it's like, now that I mentioned the sky earlier, I keep looking at it thinking, what a horrible purple colour. But as I said, this isn't a meteorological simulator, you know? It's not a cloud sim, it's a train sim. And again, they're building on an old sim, you know. Again, the simulator is 10 years old. It's so I think they've done rather well. And the reason they keep it going, and again, it's similar to FSX, it's because there's so much DLC for it. They're releasing DLC almost every month for this sim. So what have we got? 120, so 200 kilometers is 124 miles an hour. Let's have a look outside. Yeah, that's it. That's cracking stuff. I wonder what it looks like track view. And I'll be with you in one moment when I stop pressing buttons. So yes, Skeptic. In Train Sim World, which isn't this, there is the London Underground. I cannot remember which part of it. Again, I do apologise, but there's parts of the London Underground you can get. Oh, let me hit the alerter. Looks like I missed a sign somewhere. Oh, we're slowing down. That's what it is. Okay. I don't think there's an underground for this simulator as such. But it's strange that you mention it, because I do actually have 5 subway simulators. And when I say 5, what they did is, rather than release a subway simulator and then add DLC, they released each one individually. And the trouble is I can't get them working in Windows 10. I think it's called World of Subways. So you've got like World of Subway New York, World of Subways London, World of Subway somewhere else. But again, I cannot get the first 4 to actually run in Windows 10. Whoa, slow down, Seamus. Yeah. See, again, this is why I turned off the penalty for speeding, or the points scoring rather. But you know, if I drove this every day of my life, I'm sure I would improve. I would certainly hope it would improve on it. But you know what? Again, I'm not sure if you saw earlier. I've got like 18 pages of routes, and I'm sure that some of it goes underground. But again, it's just tunnels. And when I was doing the New York one, you saw that it went underground, but it wasn't a subway as such. So I know they could probably do it if they wanted to. But again, if they will, it'll be on Train Simulator World 2, which is the newer platform. Right, our second to last stop. Yeah, it starts with a B. The subway route, and I just can't remember what it was called now. Why can't I remember what it's called? It'll come to me in a minute, probably. Oh, sounds like a train coming in. Yep, there we go. My doors are shut, so looks like we're good to go. What have we got in front of us? Ah, we got a red light. See, it pays to check your traffic lights. I know they're not called traffic lights, but you get the point. There we go. We got a green. Excellent. And we got one more stop and we're done for the day. 7 kilometers, so we should be there in a few minutes. So I was telling Neil earlier that one of these days I might actually get round to scheduling streams rather than just doing them willy-nilly and random, but I don't know. At the moment I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I prefer to stream when I feel like it, you know, rather than sort of scheduling something then thinking, well, I can't do something else because I've got a stream scheduled, or I've got a stream scheduled and I'm not feeling like it. You know what I mean? It's it is surprising how much setup is required, really. I mean, I've been getting things all week. I've been changing things all week, really, just to make sure it all works. And one thing that's really interesting, you notice I haven't had any CTDs, but I better slow down here actually. Yep, missed another one. 90 mile an hour. Kilometers. It's not like me to miss a speed limit. Yeah, because you're not an MSFS, yes. I know. You know what, Neil was on the stream earlier, and I wasn't going to mention it. I thought, no, it's almost like telling somebody at the beginning of the workday that they got a stain on their shirt, you know what I mean, or tell them at the end. It's like certain things you just want to leave it alone. And but he brought it up, and it was like I told him that he had the patience of a saint, you know, to spend the whole day working on it, or 2 hours rather. And I would have given up after 15 minutes. Not because I wouldn't want it done, but just it's like I know my limitations. I go, okay, I'm done for now. On live stream, absolutely, and he kept his composure all the way through, so a lot of respect there. A lot of respect. But yeah, and again, the reason I'm not scheduling is, again, it's, I don't know, I just, oh, hang on. München Gleis, Munich, basically, 3 kilometers, okay. But yeah, I really enjoy Pilot Peely's streams. To be honest, they're small enough that you know, they're not chaotic and they're nice and relaxed, and yeah, I enjoy them a lot. Okay, so we've got a green to go, but then we've got the distance signal's got a yellow. That means caution. So let's get her under 60. Yeah, absolutely skeptic. Absolutely. Oh, I'm in a 40. You know what, again, I'm not looking up. I'm looking down all the time. Oh, and I'm accelerating as well. Oh dear. Got my buttons confused. Ice, glice. Okay. AI as in ice. I think I'm just hitting buttons here, regardless of what they do, and then realising, nope, that doesn't stop the train. But you know what, as I said, we're not on an actual timed schedule here, so it don't matter too much. So again, it's we haven't had too many people on the stream today, but thanks very much for being out there, you guys and girls, and thanks very much, Skeptic. I appreciate you stopping by. So, and yeah, that was another thing that I was thinking about before I realised I wasn't going to stop in time, is I don't know the best time to schedule. You know, for some reason, in an American audience, it's like with Neil's, you'd think it'd be ideal for an American audience as well. Because it does go on to, no, not an American, I'm so sorry, European audience, but there's not that many people there, and it's like I wouldn't really know what time to schedule for an American audience, and I don't know. And you hate to try and keep hitting the same people all the time, you know what I mean? It's like, you don't want to just be streaming to the same... I don't want this to be rude, but you know what I mean? You need to try and capture a new audience as well. And that's something that I haven't got my head around how to do yet, you know. And it's not like I'm trying to compete with anybody either. It's not like I'm trying to get a huge audience or anything. It's, as I said, I'm doing this because it's fun, you know. Wow. Let's see if I can actually stop without running into anything. Maybe... Am I tempting fate here? Yeah, you know what, I probably am actually. Let's stay in the cab. Let's not tempt fate. Yeah, just jump on when you feel like it sounds good. And yeah, that's exactly it. You know, there's all these discussions about, you know, when you should stream, when you shouldn't stream, and content and quality, etc, etc, etc. And you can get so tied up in it and you forget to actually just enjoy it. And if you're not enjoying it, then, you know, the last thing you want to hear is somebody being really miserable while they're streaming. Right, I had better pass this. Wow, look at this. Honestly, as I've said before, look at the details in here, you know. Oktoberfest. Yes. Wonderful. Right, let's see if I passed. I'll be confused if I haven't, shall we say. Alright, good job, driver. You have returned the passengers safely home for the night. Scenario completed. Wow. So Skeptic says that Deutschbahn ad looks real. Yeah. I know. And so what have we got? Oh, I only sped 16 times. Mind you, when I was speeding, I was like 30 miles an hour over the speed limit. Improper horn use 5 times. That's what I'm saying. This simulator does not give you... It's really critical about any mistakes that you make, and you know what, that's why I turned it off. You know, the only I even turned off if you run a red light, it won't stop the scenario for you. Again, I don't drive these that well, you know. It's but that was rather enjoyable. Again, another unplanned distance travelled 128 miles. Right. Well, I think there's only me and you on here, Skeptic, but everybody that was on here before. And you know, the interesting thing is that the streams on Twitch, I had like 115 people looking at the video the other day. So to all you guys and girls out there that watch the video later, I also have a YouTube channel where you can see these later as well if you're interested. But thanks everybody for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll be streaming a bit more frequently. Not as often as this week. This has been every single day so far. And hopefully I'll get back into a schedule. And Skeptic says, thanks for the chat. Well, thanks for keeping me company, and I hope your cooking goes well. And auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye for now. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Dear, I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never